So, this is very important. Today is I'm kind of busy. I'm just going to finish this. Um, so the time is now 6th of February 2026. Time now is 10:20 a.m. Basically, today's video is on ZKP, zero knowledge proof. But I've got everything here. So on the far on the right, you have a board. This is a clock. So we can casually cross it out. This clock is basically it's non-compliant. It's non-compliant with time. With measuring time, you are. So this is basically one way to do time capsules using a clock. If you go on a clock, you want to have a time capsule. What's the whole time capsule? X squared plus y squared equals t squared. Where t is a wrong factor, defined as 1 over the square root of 1 times the velocity squared divided by the constant squared. So you get x being a measuring dimension quantity of time. Y equals the parabola of y equals ax squared plus uy. Y equals sorry negative 1 minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. That's usually the constant to you. You have this xp, the dimension of x, y, and z is a quantity that's defined to resolve the issue. So that's the dimension quantity. This is actually a clock system, but it's a no local philosophy. So you're not allowed to use a clock. You're allowed no time steps, no time steps. You're allowed no epochs, no overtime, extended time, elapsed time, epochs, no elapsed time. You're not allowed no clock synchronization. This is CKP implementation, so it should work as intended. So what you're allowed, so you're not allowed no timestamps in file format, any file. github.com/node.obnxs works as no zero. There's no epoch, no timestamp. So we now have three. So what are you allowed? So time, because time is not equal to value. Time is not equal to value. So the value is what you set it. So time is no time to value ratio. Because time is interdependent of value, but if it is the derivative of time, then value. The value represents the files that verify ZKP space and time is achieved. So time is independent. You want to time independent from space. Memory access to the computer should be independent, not interdependent from space. Fully seamless equation. Time is constrained. It's constrained. So time is constrained and makes a operating system. But time is something that is valid. So you have the system here. And you have a no time stop philosophy that shows it's all adequate. So you have the system that shows it what is intended. It's time to control. How much time you have left? So this is 3B. Now, number 4 is T. So I equals T sub I. So T T sub I is an element of so T time is an element of capital Ti, not T equals to the first derivative of time. The first derivative of time is T prime. T prime represents the derivative of prime time. So you don't want that. So that's just what you want. You want T to not equal T to not equal T prime or T to equal T or not T not to equal T prime. So T cannot be in this set space of this choice as well. T equals not T prime because T prime represents any dimension that is working on operating. You don't operate in this lattice space. Because these are two resistors. So T equals to T prime, not T equals to T prime. It's not the same. But lattice space, union, intersection, and distance are distant. So T equals to the time. T is an element of Ti. So Ti or capital T, Ti is T1. T1 equals 5 minutes. T1 equals 5 minutes. T2 equals 15 minutes. T3 equals 30 minutes. This is a telemetry system for authentication and authorization. Because, what you say, so you have 30 minutes becomes 15 minutes, and because 30 minutes is 15 minutes now, you have gone lost 15 minutes of time to authorize yourself, authenticate yourself, share the zero. So this is time becomes less. You can never have someone know something that they don't have the time to know. So this is, you have three times. Three times, you got 15 minutes, you got 30 minutes, you got 5 minutes. So 5 minutes, so you have three times you have the system. 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and 5 minutes are all interdependent. And you get one, 35, 30, 15, 5, 1, 5, 1. And they all go down, keep going down. The time keeps is in parallel. So we have all this in parallel. That means you can never take the 5 minutes with the 10, you can never get any more time. The task of the less space. So you've got a time lock, a time capsule lock. It's basically use the equation x squared plus y squared, where x is quantity affinity x, so on, and the normal ordination. When they have friction, and friction determines how much time you have. With the friction looks like you can have if you really want to understand what you're doing, you can have T3 30. This is just Schroeder's theorem. Not Schroeder, yeah, Schroeder, but basically a simpler version of it. So 30 minutes has a root of 30 minutes, which is 30 minutes time. You can have the GCD be 15 and 2, 2, 15 and 2. 15 and 2 is 30. You can just have the GCD of 15 be 15 B, 15 B, so 15 B, 5, 3 and 5. 3 and 5. See, I put the 3 on the 3 minutes on the right root node, right root. But this was shown as equation done dynamically. It comes dynamically, which is static so you use static state, which is like a dynamic system. You have a dynamic system, which is based on cost of the system. Because it's time, this is basically a cost effective system. So I'm showing you linear, but you don't have to fragment your mind, you have to get confused. So 15 minutes on the root, on the right, on the left you have, on the right, on the left row node you have 3. So 15 minutes, left 3, right 5. And you can see that they share 15. 30 shares 15, 15, oh, 30 shares 15 and 2. No, 30 does not share anything. So we want the distance to share 30 minutes is 3 and 15 minutes, and 5 is 3 minutes. We don't want anything in the section. If you have 5 on the root, you should have 5 on the root. You have on the right node, you got 1. You can get 5 here on the right node, but you cannot have 1 anymore. You can get 5 on the left node, but you should not have 1. And 5 times 1 is 15. So you get the equation resolved by the public key separate from the private key, which are two, which are using. You can get 1 or 2 public keys. But the 2 public keys show that these the 2 private keys show that there's entropy in the system. This is can lock people out that are bad actors. So if you want a study system that locks people out, you have 2 public keys. And 2 public keys to 1 private key ensures you can lock bad actors out and keep good actors. The second public key, which is good key, bad key, based on entropy measurement of the system state via telemetry. But you have 1 private key to go system. So this is basically github.com/node0. But the goal is to have the equation don't share anything. X squared plus y squared equals t squared, where t squared is in space, and you just measure t divided by t. So t is just 1 time, meaning just give you 1 t. So 1 t can be separated to time block, and it basically works on the inverse of space. So how much space, how much memory you have, if you're looking some artifacts down. But this is authentication and authorization of a zero noise root system, for example, blockchain, or NSIGII or protocol for like downloading nuclear or X in time, not space. We were born in time to be perfect. So I believe that was perfect, but it's perfectly works. It's not dynamic, so it doesn't work in mapping. So you can map between time and space as the as the RSA RSA allows us to do. So how many bytes in 3 minutes is 3 times how many bytes 8 bytes times 8 is 8 bytes is 8 is what? 8 times 5 is 40. 5 times 8, that would be 8 times 4 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 100, 1,200, 120 bytes of data included for 8 bits, which is basically less than 64. So I need more than 8 bytes of data via standard cryptography principles to ensure the data is working as intended. Uh, Thank you guys for watching the video. Just go to github.com /article, O for Oscar, B for Bravo, I for India, N for November, E for Echo, X for X-ray, U for Umbrella, S for Sarah, /no 0, N for November, O for Oscar, E for Delta, E for Echo, dash, dash, Z for zebra, E for echo, R for Romeo, O for Oscar. This is a zero probability conclusion that only traces the truth. But the show that should work is intended, and you should need to download the system via what we don't share and what we share in space and time. What's allowed to be shared via consensual framework of need. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this, like and subscribe. Okay.